Now, I'm joined in the studio by people who are going to, I hopefully, point out that I don't look as if I was an adult in the 80s, do I, Debbie? Please.
Not at all.
Thank you. Debbie's in from Manx Blind Welfare. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Now, normally when we talk to yourself or Dave from Manx Blind Welfare, it's normally about the services and everything else, but something completely different today.
Yes, we're talking, unfortunately, it's a subject people don't like to talk about. It's all about wills. We realise that people don't always make a will. I certainly haven't, but we've teamed up with the guys at Callum Wild to offer a will writing month for people of the Isle of Man.
Now, this is going to be March, I presume.
It is, yes.
And
okay.
Your guest here today is Mark. Now, you're going to be the one who's giving me the expert advice here, aren't you?
Apparently so, yes.
Yeah. he doesn't look nervous at all. Just smile for the camera and everyone will believe you. Now, Mark, let's go down the line of, okay, someone passes away and there is no will. What happens to their money, their estate, all their possessions and things like this?
The great problem when someone passes away without a will is that there's no instructions as to where things should go. And in many cases, it doesn't go to the right people. Lives and people's families nowadays aren't necessarily straightforward. And without a will, there isn't the guidance, there isn't the instruction to say it needs to go there or it needs to go somewhere else. The law will dictate, and often we do find that it dictates incorrectly in terms of people's personal circumstance.
And so when it comes to writing a will, the first thing that people, and we mentioned that, people don't like to focus on this as a topic. However, I myself recently gone through a family bereavement, and having a will there simplifies things a lot, doesn't it?
Massively, massively. I as an advocate at Callum Wild, try to encourage people to make wills and try to dispel the myth that they're for rich old people. They're really not. They're for everyone, because everyone has something, whether it's a car, a bank account, a house, or even a child. It should always be something that people think to do to ensure that things are put in place if and when they unfortunately pass away.
I presume, actually, you mentioned it there, that most people do think of the fact that, what's going to happen to that large bank account or that house or something like that. I presume it could be down to anything from actually a trinket, a keepsake, a family heirloom that might actually have very little cash value, but that person might want that to go to a family member.
Yeah, that's actually one of the most important things, because it's often things that have sentimental value that are more important to people. Money tends to take care of itself, but a painting, a ring, a piece of jewellery is sometimes a lot more important than what it's worth. And with a will, you can say where it goes.
So when it comes to this will writing month, what are we asking people to do, and what sort of steps do they take? Let's dispel this sort of idea that it's oh crikey, I can't deal with all of that. How easy is it to make one?
It's very easy. We at Callum Wild are basically asking people to get in touch with us during the month of March. We'll arrange for an appointment for them to come in to talk to either myself or one of my colleagues. We'll take full instructions, we'll prepare the will, they'll sign the will, and that's it. It's actually remarkably straightforward, and a lot of people are very surprised with how little actually we need to know, and how painless the procedure actually is.
And it'll save a lot of pain later for your nearest and dearest, as it were.
Indeed.
So if people want to get in touch with you then during the month of March, let's focus people's minds. How do they do it? What's the details and all that?
All they need to do is call us at the office or send an email to the office, and that's basically it. We take it from there.
Excellent stuff. What's the number? Go on then.
623 195.